This video, we're now going to do the grill to the truck. This is what we've been dealing with, and this is what we're going to. Say hi, Bubba.
Hello.
Alright, so the main reason that this thing needs to be changed, other than what I want, the reason I want to change it for the appearance, you can see it's supposed to be bolted here in the center. If you can actually see that.
Put it down.
And then the end here is actually broken. I'll show you in a second. So as you can see here, all of the, where it's supposed to be bolted down, the there we go, all the squares are broken out. You can actually see the square on the back of that nut, I think. A piece of it maybe, but it's all broken out. Even right here, this one, it's all broken out. So that's why I had the bungee cords on there to hold it in place. On this side, they're still intact, but in order for me to reset that screen, I would have to either buy a whole new one or massive amounts of glue or something to get it to stay together. That's why I've had the bungee cords on there for the longest time, holding that mesh grill bug screen from rubbing up against the condenser, which is what happened to me a few years ago when I had to replace my condenser, because it actually rubbed from the vibrations, rubbed a hole in the condenser, and I lost all my AC. So I believe this is just a few screws, clips right here, that hold it in place on the top, and then down here on the bottom we have screws that hold it to the what the heck, screws that hold it to the body. So as soon as we'll just take those screws off, we should be able to pull the bottom out and lift straight up, and it should be good. And these clips up top are all messed up, so I'm gonna have to take this grill back off, and we're gonna have to do a little touch-up paint up here, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm thinking about getting the hood repainted anyway, just because it's getting pretty dinged up anyhow. So it's still a work truck, but we're gonna get it changed out, and it's gonna start looking a little nicer. All right, so it's been a few days since we did we were working on everything. I already showed you guys taking the grill and stuff off, which wasn't much of anything. I don't like that. Something pressed up against the bottom of my condenser. Show you it real quick. Condenser's pressed up. I don't know what caused that. So anyway, I went and bought the new grommets, which is this here. I got 2 of these, and then let's see if I can get to focus here. All right, we got 2 of these, 1 for each side, and then 2 of these. You can see that the threads are completely out of it. This is one of the new ones. That's what it's supposed to look like. Nice threads on the inside. My biggest problem right now is, I don't know if this was some type of a rivet. When you look at the back of it, it looks like a rivet, but it's so long, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's got to be a rivet, right? So I bought a bunch of rivets in the rivet gun today. We're gonna see if that'll work. If not, I might just get some self-tapping bolts or something to put through there. My other problem right now is this bolt doesn't want to come out. I got this other side out, and it is not fun. I pulled that out, slid this back on, and then put it back in its place. I'm worried about not being able to get this bolt out of this side, which this one is the one that really needs to be replaced. This one actually, nope, they both needed to be replaced. Both the screws came through, pulled out when I pulled it through. I think this grommet here, yeah, this grommet here is actually the only good one that I have. So that's what we're working on. This is what's been taking so long to do my videos. I got to get these 4 grommets replaced, even though this one's still good. I don't know if I'm going to just hold on to it or just replace it since I already got it. These 2 have to go, and then that one, obviously, the whole thing, the whole center pulled out, so obviously that one has to go too. This one here was changed when we were at Schneider. So I could have swore they changed one of these too, but obviously not. This thing's getting a little sloppy, so I think I'm going to have to change it next year. Might need to tweak it and put a little adjustment in there. Maybe tighten it down a little bit. What the heck is that? Oh, a farm tractor. So you can see I've already been beating on this bolt, and kind of hoping I don't have to try to go get a new one. I mean, I should be able to polish that up and fix the threads, but I got to get it out of that hole. So that's where we stand right now. I'm hoping to get this done tonight. I want to hit the road tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know how we make out. Alright, so I just wanted to point this out real quick. Well, first of all, I went out and got some parts this morning, so we should have everything we need. We went through hell trying to get this bolt out here. What I ended up doing was throwing a torch on it. A little torch, just... Where is it? I threw this little mini torch on it. Just to get it good and heated up. And then I ended up taking my giant freaking pipe wrench, and I just started working it. And honestly, I forgot it in the van, but as I was twisting it, here's the other one. As I was twisting it, I thought this side was twisting and this side wasn't, so I thought I was just twisting the head off, which is a pretty thick shaft. So now that I thought about it, I could have broke the threads off still, but I thought it was breaking. So what I'm going to end up doing after I pull this out is, and all I'm doing, I'm pulling it straight out. I'm not disconnecting this at all. And then I have my wife pick up the other side of the hood, balance it out a little bit so that I can get it back in there. And it's got these 2 little grommet things in there, but I'll show you when I pull this one apart. But I want to show you this one real quick. Let me turn this thing around. This one here I'm working on right now. We already got this one done. I was going to, well, I don't have it done. It's just on there. I was going to save because this one was the good one. This was the only one that was good that was left, but you can see that shaft. That I guess it's another shaft. That's the metal that's in the grommet for the bolt to go through. So I'm just going to chuck that one out. We'll put brand new ones in here along with everything else. I went and picked up the nuts and bolts today. So we already put this one in place. This one, as you can see, I've already started to try to drill it out, but that thing's just not working. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting my, of course, that's right, I got plenty. I'm going to end up taking the grinder with the cutoff wheel, and I'm just going to come right through here and cut the bar so that it comes apart, and then I can take, because all I need right here is this metal piece, and then I'll be able to slip this piece out from this side. So I'm just going to go right in here and cut the bar, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so we got this one in place. It's all locked down. This one's in place, all locked down, good to go. This one I still have to pull off, and this one I just put in this, it's not really a self-tapping screw, but it's a pretty good size screw. It did have a rivet in here, but I couldn't find a rivet long enough, and I didn't feel like running to 1,000 different stores. So I just picked up these screws this morning to put in here for right now. I had to ream the hole just a little bit, just so that I could get the screw in. The screw was big enough, or I matched it up to the size of this hole here. It's got that little metal sleeve in there. The screw went in there fine, but it was actually, the sleeve is actually a little bit larger than the hole. So not a big deal, but that's what I ended up doing. I use that screw for right now just to, and all it is really just to keep this in place so it doesn't move around, which it's connected to the grill, so it's really not going to move around anyway. So anyway, now off to the hard part. I got to pull this out of this bar here, and then slide this one off and slide the new one on, and we should be nearing the home run shortly here. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be replacing this hood next year. I just found out I got the piece pulled out here, the part of the hood pulled out of the bracket, and this section here, this round section, is actually broke off on the other side, unfortunately. So that makes this side a little bit easier, actually. But I'm definitely going to be replacing the hood. This is actually the bracket, so this isn't a huge deal. I could just replace the bracket. However, these holes up here, can't really tell because there's I threw some spray paint on there to cover up the white. This one's actually not that bad. This one, you can see it's reamed in a little further there. This one is grooved out right there. And then this one's a little reamed out here and grooved out here. So we're in the home stretch now. Got to pull this old one off, put on the new one, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so it's official. We are all done. Show you guys the grill real quick. So I thought I was going to have to put some isolators. Which come in on the old grills. I actually spray painted this screw black. Scuffed this one up a little bit, but the other thing I should have did was spray painted those bolts back there, but it is what it is. Looks pretty good.